Chapter 59. Up? I said, looking at the roof. There was a skylight there, partially obstructed by the towering stacks of food boxes. Up, Aaliyah said. She tucked her pistol back in her jacket and took off her high heels. She stood for a moment, eyeing them regretfully. Do you know how hard it is to find a good pair of heels? She asked me, then tossed them aside. With a nimble leap, she was up and wiggling over the stack of boxes. She held out a hand to help me up after her. I was still so shaken up by what I'd just seen. Sorensen dying, the bullets coming at us, that I forgot to get flustered by the fact that I was holding Aaliyah's hand. We moved around behind the next stack to give us more cover and kept climbing. The ceiling was one more pallet height away. I glanced over the edge. 2 black-clad, SWAT-looking guys were creeping through the stacks, automatic rifles held at the ready. They were going for where we had been, but when they discovered we weren't there anymore, they would be able to sneak up on Dane. I looked around for something to drop on them, then realized I was standing on what I needed. Boxes. Boxes and boxes of frozen food. I pushed at one with my feet, but the boxes were wrapped in a thick plastic, like industrial-strength plastic wrap, and wouldn't budge. Cameron, Aaliyah whispered. Cameron, come on. I signaled for her to wait and ripped and tore at the plastic wrap. I barely made a dent in it. I wished I had a knife. I managed to yank a V-shaped slit in the plastic wrap at last, put my sneakers to the box at the top, and pushed with all my strength. The box tore free of the plastic wrap and tumbled down between the stacks, slamming into the head of one of the black-clad guys with a satisfying crunch and knocking him flat on the ground. The other guy flinched, looked up, saw me, and opened fire. My stomach went to my throat, and I scrambled back as bullets shredded the boxes and plastic wrap. The guy below me stopped shooting long enough to shout something that sounded like Arabic. I kicked at another box, sending it toppling over the side, and took Aaliyah's outstretched hand. I didn't look back to see if the second box had hit the guy below us. We climbed onto the last pallet, and Aaliyah stood on her toes to reach the skylight. She unlatched the window. It gave a rusty groan as she pushed it open, but there was just enough room for us to slither out. I hefted her up until most of her weight was on the roof and her feet left my hands. I turned just in time to see a guy in all-black body armor stand up behind me. He had just climbed up over the side. We stared at each other for half a second, both of us surprised, and then suddenly there was a gun in his hand. I grabbed for it, twisting, pushing down and away, doing everything Dane had taught me, but the guy was strong, stronger than me. He twisted the gun back toward me, and then, bang! It was all over.